Guys, the chicken is here. We are back today with another home gym video. In today's video, guys, what I wanted to talk a little bit about was gym manufacturers, gym equipment manufacturers, and kind of tie this into what you should avoid, what companies are good, maybe specific to Canada a little bit. Just depends how much storage space we have on the phone here before it craps out on me. But so the reason why I wanted to make this video is because I just saw Titan Fitness. They came out with a functional trainer, and it's $2,000. It's a single stack. It's got adjustable arms on it, so it's kind of like, I don't know I don't know what the word for it would be, but it's almost like, you know how they have those free motion ones, which are considered, like, some people consider them the best functional trainers that you can get, and they have the arms that swivel, and you can do, like, literally anything on them. It's kind of like that. It's more similar to one I was looking at from another company in Canada, but I'll talk more about that later. So the reason why I want to talk about this was because they came out with the trainer, which, specs looked great, looked pretty on par. It was $2,000, which was the cheapest I've, $2,000 US. So, for what it is, I think it's a little bit better than what you would find, but it's not like an amazing deal. But I saw a lot of people just talking about it. It's like, it's Titan Fitness. It's garbage. It's junk. It's no good. That's kind of the rap on Titan Fitness, is like anything that comes from there, like, it automatically sucks. It's cheaper, but it's bad quality, and you should just avoid them completely. So I don't think that's right. I think that's right about certain things. So the way I look at it, as there's certain things that you don't want to skimp out on the quality on, and there's other things that make total sense to skimp out on in terms of quality for cost. Like, the basics, the essentials: your barbell, your squat rack, your bench, stuff that is basically what your gym is built around. And it's also not that expensive. Like, if you look at a barbell, to go from cheap to quality, it's a few $100. Same for a squat rack, really. Like, you can get a decent squat rack for less than $1,000, and even a super cheap one with questionable build quality is going to run you like $300 to $500 at least. So I mean, it's not a huge up in price, but if you look at other things, like if you start to look at cardio equipment, if you look at functional trainers, if you look at like specialized equipment, like a chest press, blah, 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 things like that can get very expensive if you go for high quality there. So a lot of people would just be thrown off of the price just in general, but I felt like it was worth talking about anyways. So the stuff that I mentioned, the barbell, the squat rack, and the bench, those are things you don't really want to skimp on, because one, your gym's based around them. That's where you're going to be using the most. Two, like, safety. Two, you don't want to put yourself in danger because you cheaped out and you got like a Marcy bench or something like that. So yeah, once you have those things nailed down, then it really comes down to like your preference, your budget. I don't see any reason, like if we look at Titan Fitness, for example, if you wanted to get, one thing I've been looking at from them specifically is a chest press machine. Now, a chest press machine, like a plate loaded one, as long as it works, it's not like it has to be of tremendous build quality, right? Because it's not like it's got to stand up to a huge beating. I mean, it's literally made for one motion, and that's it. So stuff like that, I feel like it makes sense to kind of cheap out on a little bit. Like, look at this, for example, what I got right here in front of me. I'll aim the camera down a bit. So this is a bicep tricep machine from Amstaff. Now, if you're going to go super high quality on something like this, you can spend upwards of $2,000-$3,000 for like a selectorized stack, bicep tricep machine. This thing cost me $300 shipped to the door, and it's great. It goes up and down. That's all I needed to do. It's comfortable. I love it. It's a great. It's a nice way to switch up from just doing barbell stuff, because that's primarily all I have access to here. So things like that, I feel like it makes sense to go the cheap route on. But, in general, there's a few things you want to look at. You want to look at the weight capacity, because, I mean, even if it's kind of, like a Titan Fitness or, a company that's not up to, like, Rogue standards or whatever, it doesn't necessarily, it doesn't mean that what they say is like a lie. Like, the specs are the specs. My phone's gonna cut out here, so thank you so much for watching. That is gonna wrap up the video today. Comments, concerns, let me know down below in the comments. See you next one, guys. Chicken out.